Scott and a Shot live from Gridley, California. I'm a, I'm not. This is a non-drink day. My wife has day off. I'm gonna take a hit of weed though. On my Dr Pepper old school can. All right. I love to get buzzed when I'm talking politics, people, because if you don't, then it's you get angry. I don't get angry because I've already come to terms with most of the world's a bunch of idiots. Watching these Democrats whine and cry about everything. It's like with these tariffs that Donald Trump's doing. I'm with Donald Trump, man. Tariff. I love that word, tariff. Having reciprocal trade deals with people with tariffs that match the tariffs they're giving us. Turn that down, babe. I got it. It is a good thing. You know why? It keeps the special interests at bay. Why would a countries give other countries free trade when they charge us to trade in their country? They love it because special interests are behind the scenes, making money off it. Everybody's making money off all this, all the shit that you never hear of, kind of like Sesame Street over in fucking Afghanistan, or transgender surgeries over in fucking whatever. All that weird stuff that Donald Trump with Doge, and Doge is another thing. That's why the Democrats hate everything he's doing for everything that the Republicans stand for. Free trade both ways, or reciprocal. Takes out the special interest, a lot of it, because there's money being made on the backside. That's why you don't hear. That's why they don't like Doge. Doge is showing you all the ways that a bureaucrat can take money away from the taxpayer and put it on all these weird things that to try to achieve an outcome of some kind, whatever that weird outcome is when it comes to transgender surgeries and striptease, with a bunch of homos, dressed up in girls' clothes against men. What do they call that? What do they call that, baby? Drag queens. That's why they do that. They're trying to promote a certain thing. They're trying to get a certain outcome out of it. So, that's why the Democrats are really mad right now, because they're so corrupt that Donald Trump is giving the 100% opposite of what they gave us. They gave us 100% corruption and pitting us against each other through color, through race, through birth control, through our churches. You know what I mean? The Democrats always got us fighting against each other. But the Democrats offer, the Republicans offer something that they're totally against, which is transparency. Transparency, and we have a president like Donald Trump who's uncorruptible because he's rich already. His friend, they're all billionaires, and he's happy with the billions. He's not greedy, dog, but he's a hardworking man. He's smart. He made a lot of money. But Donald Trump is not going to sell out his country. Elon Musk doesn't want to sell out this country. He's not even a nationalized citizen. He doesn't even want to fucking sell out the country that he came to live in. But the Democrats do. They want some utopia of weirdness that and corruption that to me is just off the charts, and I can't stand for it no more. That's why I started this podcast. I want to see things go back to the day when it was just simpler times. Keep the social issues in your home. Keep your sex in your fucking home. Stop talking to our kids and being perverts around our children. Stop glorifying being a pervert when kids are children. It's like that. It's like that new Disney movie that just came out, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Of course, it's no good. When I watched Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs back when I was a kid, I'm 59 years old. I was a child, a little child. I was in a fantasy land, and nowhere in that fantasy was I thinking about transgenders or DEI or anything like that. That these Democrats are taking away everything from our society. They're taking away the childhood that a child's supposed to have, to where he's free with his dreams without being interrupted by stupid people. It's between him and his parents. But but it's never the responsibility of a teacher or an adult to intervene in a kid's sexual preferences in any kind of school environment. That's not what it was made for. But they're taking away the child. They even want to take away a child having a childhood without worrying about bills. They're innocents. Let them be innocent. Not once when I was a kid did I ever think, when I was watching Cinderella or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs or Bugs Bunny, what was I imagining transgenderism? Was I imagining anything sexual when I'm watching these awesome movies that were cool for a kid to imagine being over the rainbow, like in The Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? But now now they redid they made a brand new version of The Wizard of Oz. It'd be over the rainbow, and it'd be some guy trying to become a woman or something. They'd have to throw in some sexual stupid shit into it. I mean, that's why I mean, the Democratic Party makes me sick. The things that they're advocating for, that's like I always talk about it. That teacher over in Canada that dresses like that comic book character, but he's a guy and he dresses like a woman, a blonde, and with these big old blown up titties that are so huge. And he's a woodshop teacher. What business does a woodshop teacher have in any school setting going to school dressed in a drag outfit? I mean, to teach your kids. And in Canada, they allow that? They allow that kind of behavior from a teacher, from somebody the kids are supposed to admire, look up to, and want to be taught by? This guy's a woodshop teacher. He's dressed like a girl with these big old boobs that are like 3 times the size of Dolly Parton. And he thinks it's funny. Or he's getting off on it while he's doing it. But what kind of a society would allow that kind of behavior when it comes to being around our children? You don't have the right. These schools don't have the right to put in these freaks to teach our children that we give them, that we let go there all day long while we're working and stuff like that, and trust them with to raise these kids in a proper manner, to where they're smart enough to keep the sex out of it. Period. Out of it. Period. End of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Educate them. Not
educate them. Let them find their own way. If they get in a fight with their kids, you break it up and you bring the parents in. You don't talk. Was it a sexual fight you were fighting over? You don't do stuff like that.
Nope.
What is wrong with these people? I mean, that's what I'm saying. What's wrong with the Democratic Party? I'll tell you what's wrong with them. Everything. Everything about the Democratic Party is bad. That's why I get high. I feel good. It's called the feel good. I feel good when I'm going off because, I'm tired of fucking seeing it. I'm tired of hearing it. I mean, when they started taking it to the kids, that's when I started doing my podcast. When all this stuff I started seeing in schools, all the things they've been trying to teach our kids in school, and all the things they're trying to promote onto our kids with this transgender thing and sex and homosexuality and drag queens and perverted books in a school setting that should not be there, that has nothing to do with fucking life. Sexuality is found later on in life, people. It's not found when you're in school. That was never taught. And when I was going all the way through 12th grade of high school, kids will be kids. You get a job, you work hard, you're treated like an adult. Your sexual shit comes out when you're older. That's what I mean. When you get out of your parents' house and you go do what the fuck you want, and then you live your life, and if you want to be the any way besides a heterosexual, then be it. But don't promote it on to anybody else. Just like I don't promote it. I don't sit there going around and everything I do. I have to make sure that everybody knows I'm a heterosexual. I want them to see it and know it. I'm not like that. I'm just myself with me and my wife. I don't fucking sit there and make out with my wife in public. I don't sit there and make an ass out of myself in public. I mean, that's what these Democrats do, though. They want to make asses out of themselves in public, in front of our kids, in front of our families, and we're just supposed to sit there and go, "What the fuck? This is a family event." You know what I mean? You get one of my points I'm trying to make. I mean, they're just a bunch of freaks anymore, and it's really hard to come to the center with these people. I mean, there's really no coming to the center. They're not coming to the center. That's what I'm seeing. They're not going to come to the center. So don't feel bad about it, people. We need to stay strong and sit there and tell them the truth that you guys are whacked, and call it good. You know what I'm saying? But don't ever not sit. People need to start standing up and saying what they believe, because the Democrats are having no problem standing up, spewing that stupid shit, and we need to see parents on the normal side sitting there calling them out. So their kids see that the parents are in the right, doing the right thing, saying you guys are crazy. You can't sit there and put something down, people, if you're not willing to go out on a limb and give your 2 cents worth. I do this podcast because I don't give a shit who hears it or sees it. Nobody's going to shame me or keep me from giving my opinion on what I think is going on with this world. I mean, I'm not a homophobic. I'm not a xenophobic. I'm not a homo hater. I'm not a racist. I'm just Scott Dempsey, and that's Scott in a shot. I mean, that's what it is. Or a hit. My weed fell off. I don't want to mess with it right now. But anyway, people, I mean, so feel good about yourselves and keep fighting, because the Democrats just started, because they're never gonna let a Republican Party ever again try to tell them that they're wrong. That these people they can't take a fair election. They can't take if they win it. These people are whacked. They want to cheat, lie, steal, burn down Tesla dealerships, protest hatred at our colleges.
A year ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago they were on a different book, and now look at them. The loss of the election, these people are crazy. They just, it has nothing to do with Donald Trump, people. It's just he's the one that's there right now. And then now, as soon as they look at Elon Musk, they're fucking with him. He's the devil now. They used to love him. When it's just because he changed his opinion on things. These people are whacked. If you don't think, act, and look and do just how they want you to act, then they can't come to the center. They just can't do it. They're just fucking weird. That's okay though, because I ain't never come to the center to that fucking weird shit. Ain't ever gonna happen. I mean, when I stand before God, God's gonna know that Scott's a real motherfucker. I mean, at least I had common sense. You can't get into heaven if you ain't got no fucking common sense, man. If you don't know if God's a man or a woman, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know Jesus is a man or a woman, like that Jackson on the Supreme Court, that bitch should have never been put on our Supreme Court, man. She couldn't even give you the definition of a man and a woman, and she's a Supreme Court judge of the United States? Stop it. I mean, come on. I mean, how stupid do you got to be? I can't even believe she got confirmed. I mean, that's politics right there.
You know, you can go all scientific. A chromosome, that's the difference. Without actually being, you know what I mean? XX, XY. Chromosome, fucking duh.
There it is. And my wife's got 6 years of college, 2 degrees. She's a rad tech. She's got an associate. She's a smart woman. I don't know how smart she is because she married me, but that's pretty smart because I'm a stud. It's Scott in a shot. You know what I'm saying? Scott in a shot. That means a lot of things. That shot, you know, use your mind. I'm just kidding.
Shot in the...
I'm just kidding. I love you, baby.
I love you too, honey.
Yeah, I love fucking with my wife. She's funny. Anyway, people, just keep it real. You know, drink a little bit, do everything in moderation, smoke a little weed. Everything else is off the table. You know, it's ruining our society. You know, enjoy yourself. Don't stress out on things. Get a couple animals, make you feel better. You know, it's good to have animals. I mean, but I guess I'm gonna say like that lady did. I don't normally say this word, but fuck Donald Trump. I mean, stop it. I can't even watch these people no more on TV, man. It's like, is that a real lady? Is that an adult? Are these adults? I mean, man, oh man, these people party. I mean, these Democrats aren't even adults anymore, man. They're worse than kids. I mean, I used to sit there and go to my kids, oh my God, these kids of mine. But I'm sitting like, oh my God, these Democrats. I mean, imagine growing up with one of these people, living with them, being their friend. Can you even imagine? These people were fucking whacked. They're gone. They're out there. I mean, that's Scott in the Shot's opinion. They're crazy. It's like, stop it. I mean, somebody give these people a beat down. I'm just saying. I shouldn't say that. I don't condone violence. No beat downs. I'm just laugh at them. I just laugh at him. Anyway, this is Scott in the Shot. You guys have a good day, man.
Bye, y'all.
Deuce.